The Industrial Decarbonisation Challenge, delivered by Innovate UK and EPSRC, was launched in 2019 to accelerate the development of low-carbon technologies and infrastructure and catalyse the decarbonisation of the UK's major industrial clusters. Around 50% of the UK's industrial emissions are concentrated in these clusters, areas where related and independent industrial activities are co-located. The challenge has enabled progress towards eliminating these emissions and provided funding of £210 million, matched by £261 million from industry. It supported 6 clusters: Scotland, Teesside, the Humber, the Black Country, South Wales and the North West by funding the design and demonstrations of industry-scale infrastructure and technologies like carbon capture and storage, CCS, and hydrogen fuel switching, the development of cluster plans and feasibility studies, and a dedicated research centre, bringing together academia, industry and government to support the technology development for the transition to net zero. The launch of the challenge saw the UK commence its ambitious journey to decarbonise industry. The Industrial Cluster's mission outlined UK policy ambition for cluster decarbonisation, and the IDC was established. The Industrial Decarbonisation Research and Innovation Centre launched, and preliminary scoping studies across 12 projects received seed funding to kickstart their thinking on approaches to cluster decarbonisation. 2021 saw a number of plans and projects commence. Additional funding and research increased confidence from investors, and the UK's CCS and hydrogen economies grew. A culture of knowledge sharing across industries, academia, sectors, and global partners and peers was established. The conclusion of 6 industrial cluster plans allowed the development of the Enabling Net Zero report, providing industry partners and government with insights to achieve industrial cluster decarbonisation and desired co-benefits at a national scale. The final year of the challenge saw the completion of 9 deployment projects, with credible pathways for shared infrastructure, 100 research projects concluding, over 5,000 followers on LinkedIn, and upwards of £900 million in co-investment. It demonstrated that collaboration was and remains critical for decarbonisation. The challenge, alongside its industry, government and academic partners, has driven the UK's transition to become a world leader in low-carbon technologies, infrastructure and sustainable growth. The investment into industrial-scale carbon capture, low-carbon hydrogen production, CO2 transportation and secure underground storage has been de-risked. The challenge has provided the genesis for developing the CCS industry and unlocked £22 billion of future investment in credible projects across the UK, protecting and creating jobs. It has enabled 4 deployment projects to progress commercial negotiations with government to move towards CCS operations and capture 20 to 30 million tonnes of CO2 per year by 2030, and ensured the UK is on track to achieve its goals of reaching low-carbon and net zero clusters by 2050. The IDC has demonstrated significant reductions in industrial emissions can be achieved rapidly and cost-effectively, highlighted the need for green skills, de-risked opportunities for future decarbonisation efforts, stimulated innovation and supply chains, and improved the UK's future energy security.